Hey guys, welcome back. Want to try a new experiment? Okay, I have to make country sausage dressing. So, I gotta make a sausage. Want to come along for the journey? Well, you know what? New experiment. Come along. See you guys right back here right away. Thanks for coming to Ask Todd. We're making dressing for Christmas. But this one is for the Legion, where I'm cooking for about 80 people, all Legionnaires that definitely deserve it. They do deserve it. All right, so come on, guys. Let's make it happen. Hopefully, they don't screw it up. See you in a flash. Okay, sorry. Come on. Got everything on the go here. Now, this is going to be a totally new one, so I better grab the thing to mark it down, right? The little black box. If you ever break into my house, steal this and the one from the garage, because that has all my secret recipes. Okay, so we're going to try some stuff here. So I'm going to try, I'll just do it on the back. So I've got my trusty dusty micro scale. We've talked about that. Best investment ever. Christmas is coming up. I'd get one for my dad if my dad was making sausage, or my mom. Okay, zero it out with this bowl here. Now, this is supposed to be a sagey sausage, so I was going to do my breakfast sausage recipe, but it's like, yeah, my breakfast sausage recipe isn't too sagey. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try making a recipe from ground zero. Now I am cheating. Now let's give the premise here. I'm going to go 15 grams of salt. Salt is good. Call it sagey stuffing sausage. Okay, so we'll go 15 grams of salt. And that, of course, is per kilogram, right? Now, this is 2 kilograms of finely ground, beautiful meat from my shop. That's 100% pork. I'm going to cut that open. Now, I'm going to cut it open good because I don't need this stuff for a couple of days. So what I want to do is make it today and then leave it in the bag, right? I'll revac it just so that, always do a smell test. Always, because you never know if something might have got in there, but this is smelling like pork. Okay. So we have 2 kilograms of pork there, and we will keep this bag. I'll just leave it over here in the sink. Now, so I need 30 grams of pork, or salt, right? That's 10. Get rid of all the lumps. That's 24. 26. 28. Ooh, 30. Okay. And I got rid of all the lumps. Now, I will go 4 grams of pepper per kilogram. So 8 grams of pepper. Gotta find my right tools. I should have done this before I got the video going. There we are. Okay, so we're going to do 4 grams of pepper per kilo. So I'll tear that out and go 4 grams per kilo. So that's a total of 8 grams. So it will be a little peppery, but it's going in a dressing, right? So it's going to have like, we're going to put in chicken broth and really bone broth and stuff like that. So I think a little bit, almost using this as a seasoning factor would really work. Oh, you know that 1 tablespoon of pepper, just standard grind pepper, is exactly 8. Okay, now, when I'm doing flavors for a flavor profile, I'm usually going to go 3 grams per kilogram or 2 grams per kilogram, right? Now, this is poultry seasoning. Now, the reason I'm cheating on this is because you see this big, beautiful Mylar bag? See if I can get it in there. Can you see the price on that? That's $5.95 for this much stuff. Man, I was talking to the head of the kitchen at the Legion there the other day, and she brought one of these things of poultry seasoning, eh? And she's like, I don't even know how old that is. I said, well, the stuff I get is a lot more potent, and it's butcher style. So this contains my rosemary, thyme, sage is in here as well. But I want a sagey sausage. So what I'll do is I'm going to start off with 2 grams per kilogram of each. 3 ingredients, so 6 grams of poultry seasoning. Now I could have gone, the other way, like 2 grams of each. But then, I thought, what the heck? Because we are going with a chicken broth for a turkey, right? So poultry, and poultry. Now, I want to sage it up again. So we've got 4 grams pepper, 6 grams poultry seasoning. All right, we are going to add an extra 2 grams of sage. Sage is a strong flavor. But again, because we're going to have it going throughout the entire dressing, like it's going to be a side. And we're making lots of this, and this is for 2 kilograms of basic seasoning, I guess. So we'll go 2. You can tell it's fall because butchering's happening again, but this is fun. I like doing this. Some people, they like to Christmas bake. I like to Christmas make. And if this works, this is going to be a Christmas staple. Okay, so I've gone 4 grams of pepper, 6 grams of poultry seasoning. This is, by the way, is butcher salt or pickling salt, sausage salt, whatever you want to call it. 15 grams of that. 2 grams. No, only 1 gram per kilogram. Not 2, 1 gram. We'll try it at 1. And let's see how it works, okay? Now I'm just going to mix this up here. I should be using a little whiskey whisk, right? But I'm going to mix it up here. And let's see what it looks like. It looks very sagey. Oh, it smells fantastic. Check it out. See, very greeny, sagey, right? Okay, so I'm going to throw this in with the meat. But I also need 100 grams of water per. But since I'm going that, hold on. The bone broth we made with the Instapot? Why don't we add that instead of the water? Hold on one flash. Ta-da! That's right. Okay, so I'm going to put, I'll substitute the water with my fantastic Instapot bone broth made from the chickens. Hold on, coming back. All right. So let's get another little container here. Any one will do. Put that on there. Tear it out. That's what I want. Okay, I was opening my tops with a can opener. It left a divot in them. Made the tops useless. Ooh, did you hear that? So I got this little thing with a whole bunch of lids I ordered off Amazon. Fantastic. Okay. Here we are. Now I did shake it up to make sure everything's mixed. And we'll go 200 grams. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh my word, you should smell that. Holy crap. Okay, there's my bone broth. Now you did notice that I didn't put in any cure. I didn't put any sodium ethorbate in here. Nothing like that. Because what we're doing is here is not a smoked sausage. This is going to be, I'm literally going to mix this, rebag it, let it sit for a couple of days to marry, actually till tomorrow, where I'm going to turn it into the dressing. So, are you ready? Here we go. Now, you know me, I have the big mixer outside, but I bought Miss Tanya this little mixer. Well, it's not even little. It's this lovely Cuisinart. See it? Let's bring it up. See that? Go on garage sales. Go on marketplace. Go on anywhere you want to go. Kijiji even. Ha ha ha. $100. Wicked day. And it makes sausage fantastique. And I've made bread with it and everything else. Pretty damn good, not gonna lie. So, oh, I made a mess. Hold on. Number one rule, try not to make a mess. Okay, so we're literally gonna lock this in. Use the paddle. Some people use a dough hook, never use a whisk. Just use a paddle. It only takes about a minute or so to do what it's got to do. Now, I don't, when we're doing regular sausage, how I'll always be, make sure it sticks to your hand and stuff. This one, we're not going to really need to be there because we're going to crumble it up anyways. It's going to be like, a burgerish kind of crumble, in the dressing. So I'm just going to mix it just to mix the ingredients. And then we're going to try a patty, see what the flavor is, see if we have to adjust. So, let's get to mixing. So down, lock, no more than 2. No more than 2, okay? You don't need the power. You don't need any of that. It's just, you can hear it going in the background, yes? Oh, and it made a mess already. Oh, half my seasonings came out. Hold on, we gotta put these seasonings back in. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh my God, I'm making a mess. Okay, guys. This is becoming a total mess. Yes? Remember I said catastrophic failure? We're getting pretty damn close. Okay. Now I'm just trying to save the seasonings that I can, because this is just a trial run, but we want it to represent as good of a run as we can get, right? Like, really. If you're going to do it right. There we go. Crisis averted. There we are. Okay, so if you're going to do it as best as you can. When you're going to make it, try to make it what you want to make it. We can always adjust. I mean, don't be, when you have a lot of meat, don't be terrified. If you add too much salt, add a little more meat. If it's not salty enough, add a little more salt, a little more pepper, whatever flavor you want. You know what I mean? Okay. Try this again. Do it on one for a bit. Now, that's a whole bunch better. I gotta sanitize my hands here. All right. Okay, can you hear it? See if I can get you in on the close-up here. So you hear that, right? You hear the engine working? So I'll kick it up to 2. And then I'm going to turn it off. It smells really good. Let me put this back on. It smells very good. It looks very good. I'll bring it over here and show you. And remember what I said about the wet hand rule? If your hands are wet, the meat doesn't stick. So just a quick mix. What was that? Like a minute? I mean, this is real time. I'm not speeding up anything. So I think it was about a minute. But you can even see there's no pockets of seasoning or anything like that. I'll bring it. Oh, it smells pretty good. Here we go, guys. Check that out. Here, let me try this. There we are. See that? That's it. Okay, let's make a patty with it. Okay, well, I gotta wait for everything to heat up and stuff like that. This is first run, so it's gonna get better than this. Truly is, right? So, hold on. I'll do the flash forward. See you guys in a flash for the patty. And we'll do a flavor test. Oh, the best part of the day. All right, guys. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. You ready? Oh, molto bella. Okay, that little guy is done. You hear that sizzling? It has just the right amount of everything in it. It's not too fatty. It's not too anything. I'm getting a little bit of the called the zhuzh of the bone broth. You can smell the poultry seasoning. Okay. You want to see this? Oh, that's a hot pan. This is what I'm talking about. Look at that cook. Hey, look at that cook. Very quick, very easy, but always, 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 always do a sample. Okay. Moment of truth. Are you ready? Okay, the smell, not as sagey as I'd like. Okay. Score. Score. That's it. It's salty enough. It's sagey enough. The savory of the pepper. Score. Score. That's it. That's our recipe. Okay, here's our recipe, guys. So for sage stuffing sausage, we are going with 15 grams of salt, 4 grams of pepper, 6 grams of poultry seasoning. I use, again, JB's, best on the market. Look them up online. You can get them anywhere. You might even be able to get them down in the States. If you can't get JB's down in the States, meet your maker. They do phenomenal stuff, all right? So we can't get them up here like you can down there. So load up on that kind of stuff, right? So 6 grams of poultry, 4 grams of pepper, an extra 1 gram of sage per kilogram, 100, well, hold on. Okay, I poured my other 100 grams for my next batch because moisture never changes, right? Did I show you that? Okay, so the bone broth. Yeah? Now it's not full. Now it's not sealed. Watch this. Okay, hit the button. Hold it down, just like this. This is all I'm doing. See it? 30 seconds. 30 seconds. You hear it? I bet you can hear it, right? It sounds like a vacuum sealer because it's a mason jar vacuum sealer, right? And 12 seconds to go. See it? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Resealed. Now you might say, well, Todd, why didn't you just put a lid on and put it in there? Well, you put a lid on and put it in the fridge. Yeah, it'll hold it. I mean, I'm going to use this tomorrow anyways. However, this little $22 rechargeable mason jar sealer right here has sealed this to the point where I could put it back on the shelf. But I don't want to. I'll put it in the fridge because I'm going to be safety conscious and food safe, of course, right? So that's going to go back in the fridge. But, okay. So I did some trail mix. You know, you buy it and, you know, usually if it's a big bag, it's going to go kind of just not stale, but just not 100% perfect by the time you finish it. Well, I took half of it, put it into a mason jar, sealed it with that little thing. Didn't touch it for 8 weeks. It tasted as good as the day I bought it. Boom. You got some extra mason jars? Load them up with your stuff. You know when you buy coconut or almonds or peanuts for Christmas, and you buy way too much because you might need that, but you don't need that kind of idea? Put them in a mason jar, seal them with that, put them downstairs in the pantry. Guess what? Next year they're going to be just as good as they were this year. And you don't have to pay the price next year. All right. Okay, so we're on our journey. I'm going to take you along for the whole stuffing thing, but now we've made the sausage. All I'm going to do is mix the next batch, throw it back in the bag. I'll take it outside the shop, chamber vac it, and I'm going to let it sit till tomorrow. So I'm going to call this quits for right now. I'll bring you guys back tomorrow when I'm doing the sausage making mixing, okay? Or not the sausage, but the dressing making and mixing. So until then, Keep smiling, people. I'll see you in a flash. To me, it's going to be a day. To you, it's going to be a blink. Blink. Hey, guys. Okay, this sausage thing went a little long, and I don't like going over half an hour. So I'm going to break it into two parts. However, proviso. That sausage turned out awesome, but I did adjust it a little bit. Not a lot, just a bit. Took the salt down to 13, and that poultry seasoning was 6 for 2 kilograms. So it's actually 3 grams. So I'll put the recipe down there, the revised recipe for the sausage. And then what I'm going to do is split this into 2 parts, and I'll start filming it, and I'm going to release this right away because I know it's been a bit, and I know you guys, right? And it's fun time. Let's make up the sausage. And by the way, the more I eat it, because I made that patty, it makes a really easy breakfast sausage. No binder needed. No big expensive stuff. You go get some salt and pepper and some poultry seasoning. Little bit of sage. Bing bang boom, baby. You're there. Okay, so the recipe will be in the description box down below. Please like it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. We've got a whole bunch of new people. And thanks for coming, guys. I really appreciate it. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff going down south, and I understand. Hopefully this just brings you a little bit of a brighter day. Because you know what? The sun's coming up tomorrow, regardless who's in charge. I mean, we're stuck with Trudeau. How's that going to feel? You know what I mean? Hey? So, keep smiling, keep happy, people. The weight of the world does not need to be on your shoulders. Right? So just take the big breath. Just do your best, because the best is the best you can do. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me. So, come on back next week. Part 2. That's 2 in French. Yeah, whatever. So, part 2 will be coming next week, and that's when I put everything together. It's going to be a big roaster, but it's just too long for one video. So, again, 13 grams of salt, 4 grams of pepper, 1 gram of sage, 3 grams of high-end poultry seasoning, or go 4 grams of just no-name poultry seasoning. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's to taste. Remember to do a test patty before you set it all up. Mix it up or whatever. Even you can do that very easily by hand. That takes you about 3-4 minutes by hand. Maybe wear a pair of gloves to make life easier. And then give it a test. Now, if you guys add to or subtract or twist or tweak, let me know. Put it in the comments below, because I love doing this. And let's make a sausage together. You know what I mean? So, this has been the sausage stuffing sagey sausage recipe. Thanks for joining me, people. Have an awesome day. We have a beautiful day. It's plus 11 in November. Holy crap. I expected snow. No snow. I saw a caterpillar the other day. Freaked me right out. I'm telling you. Okay, so I'll see you guys in a while. Not that long, though. You know what I mean? And then we're going to be going to Trisha's after I'm done all this stuff. And we're going to be checking out her Christmas stuff, her fall stuff, her gnome stuff, because there's no place like gnome. You know what I mean? All right. Have an awesome time, people. I will see you on the other side.